Husband's brother, indecent proposal. By the time this incident happened, my husband and I had already been living together for 11 years. And we lived well. First we built a house next to their father, then the children went. We have 3 children, and she is 10 years old, Erisha is 7 years old, and little David recently turned 2 years old. I'm running around the house, my husband is at work. Everything is fine. Our neighbors were always jealous of us. We lived in peace and harmony with our parents, and we always got along with my husband Sam's brother, too. How can you not get along? Brother him 2 years older. His name is Mike. Mike raised my Sam. Parents worked a lot then, and Mike ran after Sam to kindergarten, and then sent him to school, and did his homework with him. In general, Mike is an indisputable authority for my husband. Why would I start to quarrel between brothers? And there was no reason. Mike's wife is Susan, a very pleasant, quiet woman. She and I could chat about knitting and all sorts of flowers. In the town, not everyone treats flowers well. They should have time to weed the beds, but Susan and I ordered together, exchanged orders, and even went to the city to the flower exhibition ourselves to buy all sorts of roots. But our yard is a continuous flower bed, both mine and Susan's. She's a good woman. Her only problem is that she couldn't give birth to children. She has something on her female side, some kind of illness. Of course, I calmed her down as best I could. I always told her, don't be upset. Look what's happening on TV. Men without women have children. Stars who are already ready to nurse their great-grandchildren become parents themselves. And you are young, strong, just think, the disease is small. Now, do you know how medicine is on the rise? In less than a year, he will be cured. Either they will perform an operation, or they will come up with something else. Susan wanted to believe so much that her eyes even lit up. But time passed, and no medicine could help her and Mike. Of course, my Sam invited Mike to be godfather. And he is glad. He really loved the little one so much. He came to us until he greeted all the children, until he carried them in his arms, and then approached my husband. And there was never a time when he showed up to the kids without a gift. And our little ones danced around him like that. That day we baptized David. It should have been earlier, but we delayed it and waited until 2 years. But don't worry, it's better late. So we are going to baptize David. Everything went as it should in the church. Then everyone got together and went to our house. We need to celebrate such a thing. We arrived. I set the table. I had prepared it the evening before and took a full table. Everyone sat down, drank properly, and started talking. The guys are talking about their own things. Susan and I are sorting out some kind of pattern. Right there, Sam's and Mike's parents are reading, our friends, and the children are climbing into Mike's arms. David, well, where have you gone again? Every now and then I pulled it back. But Mike just waved it off. Come on, I'm not a stranger. We stayed up late. I went to put the kids to bed. I hear that my parents are already getting ready to go home, and my friends are saying goodbye. Well, I think that's good. Now I'll put the kids to bed, and we'll sit with Susan and Mike and play cards. We loved to play pairs versus girls, boys against girls. I'm rocking David to sleep and I see Mike and Sam come into the room. Come on, Rose, I'll rock David, says Sam. Here, Mike wants to tell you something. Oh, I know what he wants to say, I grinned. He'll probably ask you to go fishing. Mike, don't ask me, I won't let you go. The ice is thin now. Last year Taylor went underwater, and no one has found him yet. That's not what I'm talking about. Mike waved it off and suddenly blurted out, give me a baby, huh? I even went numb from surprise. And most importantly, look, Sam hears it, but it seems that's how it should be, doesn't react at all. And Mike burst out, Rose, well, you see, Susan and I just can't get this thing going. Every time I come to you, my heart bleeds. Another year will be different and it will be too late. Well, I can't leave Susan, but she can't give birth to me. I'm sitting here with you, and it's always fun with you, and children's laughter and babbling, but here, it's like they're walled up alive in a coffin. Mike, EH. We can take it from the orphanage. I didn't know what to answer. Can? Yes, but one from my work took. They don't come out of hospitals. At first, the child seemed to be healthy, and then, as these sores began to appear. And when I imagine that my baby will writhe in pain, and I won't be able to help, so, and all your children are healthy. And I'm healthy, he will be fine with us. Mike, are you out of your mind? How can I carry a baby under my heart for 9 months, and then give it to you? So what? Find a surrogate mother. Now this is easily done. It wouldn't be easy, Mike snorted. Just, do you know how much they ask? You can't get away with just 1 million, and here, as soon as you give birth, we will leave here so as not to be an eyesore. And I will also refuse my father's inheritance. Let everything be rewritten to Sam, for the child, eh? Oh, wait, there's something in my throat. I'll go get a drink, I jumped out and went straight to Susan. Have you heard what our man came up with? I asked her. They've gone completely out of their minds. Why did you survive? Sam sighed soddily. There's no other way. He will leave me if there is no child. Here, for sure, you will give birth to a child, but you won't covet Mike, but another. I will remain alone in my old age like a finger, who needs me so disabled. In general, we continued to talk for a long time. And my husband fully supported his brother. He always supports him, even here, but I can't find a place for myself. Now everything depends on me. I have to give an answer, but I just can't decide. And don't shrug it off, this is a serious matter. Maybe someone can give some advice. I have a lot of respect for Mike and Susan. They are very good people. They desperately want a child, and I understand that. Looking at how they behave with my children, I understand that they will be wonderful parents for this child. Deep down, I would like to help them feel the feelings of parenthood. But having already had children of my own, I don't dare give them my child. Having been in such a situation, I just don't understand the parents who abandoned their children. The world is so cruel. Some desperately need it, while others simply abandon them on the street. Subscribe to my channel and listen to more amazing stories.